Hey, this is MJ, and in today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make our chunky Suzette stitch fingerless gloves. The yarn that I'm using is Maxim Prism in the color Lakeside, and we'll be working on the adult size in today's tutorial. You'll need 2 crochet hook sizes, a 7mm and an 8mm crochet hook, and these are gold metal streamline hooks from Furls Crochet. So we're going to hold together 2 strands, and you want the colors to be similar so that we get the same gradual color fade. We're going to start out with a slip knot, putting it on the smaller hook, and I'm going to chain a total of 13. Then we'll work a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each chain across. We'll chain 1 and turn, and single crochet through the back loop only. And we'll be working a total of 12 stitches throughout the adult size fingerless glove pattern. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet through the back loop only. So this is just a repeat of row 2. And we're going to work up a total of 24 rows. Follow along with your pattern for the size you're working on, for how many stitches and how many rows you need to complete. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll work up this off camera, and then we'll meet up once the band is complete. Okay, so I've worked 24 rows, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I like to just count the ridges. It makes it really easy to quickly count. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to fold the band together, right side facing, and I'm going to slip stitch. So we're going to go through the back loop of the first stitch, going across to the chain, first stitch of the chain, and then we're just working through each stitch. We are going to have a left and a right glove, but they both begin the same way. The only difference is when we make our thumb hole. Okay, so I'm going to continue slip stitching that across. So I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to leave the seam to the outside because when we fold over, it's going to look like this. Now, if you don't want to fold your band, you could always just flip it so that that's to the inside and then start working the glove. So that's your option. I have written the pattern to keep it like this so that when we fold it up, it covers the seam. Now what we're going to do is work single crochet stitches around the band, 1 single crochet per row for a total of 24, but we do need 1 additional stitch. So we're actually going to work 25 around. And I am going to crochet over this tail as I go, and then I can just weave it back in the opposite direction at the end. So as you work, you can see 1 row has this thicker end, and then the next row just has the loop. Thicker section, little loop. And that just helps you to judge your stitches as you work around. Okay, so I've worked around 25. I'm going to slip stitch in our first single crochet to join, and then I'm going to change over to my larger hook, which is our 8mm. So we're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet in the first stitch. We're going to skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and a double crochet in the next. So this is our Suzette stitch pattern. So skip, single, double, skip, single, double. We're going to work this all the way around, and we're going to end with a single crochet in the last stitch so that we stay at the 25 stitch mark. Okay, and in the last stitch, we're going to work a single crochet. So we have 25. I'm going to slip stitch in our first single crochet to join, chain 1 and turn. And in our first stitch, we're going to single, double, skip the next stitch, in the next stitch, single, double. So we're going to repeat our pattern around, ending with a single crochet. Okay, I ended with a single crochet. We're going to slip stitch to join, chain 1 and turn, and we're going to keep repeating this pattern around. So there's 1, 2, this is round 3, and we're going to work a total of 6 rounds, just working our Suzette stitch pattern. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and complete my rounds, my 6 rounds, and then I'll meet you up for the next step. Okay, so I've worked 6 rounds. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. And now I'm going to show you how to do both mitts, so our left mitt and our right mitt. So let's start out with the right mitt. And we're going to work a single, double in the first stitch, skip the next stitch, single, double in the next. Then we're going to work, so there's 2, 4, we want a total of 16. For our right mitt. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we've worked a total of 16 stitches. Now we're going to skip 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the next stitch, we're going to work a single and a double, and then we'll end with a single crochet and slip stitch to join. So the seam will be here on this for our right sides. We've now separated out our thumb opening and our glove section. So now the next part is work the same for both the left and the right. So we'll chain 1 and turn and continue working our pattern. So single, double, skip a stitch, single, double, etc. So both sides, your left and right, are going to be worked the same. But I'm going to pull it back and show you how to do the left glove before we move on. So for the left glove, we're going to single double in the first stitch, skip the next stitch, single double. So we've worked 4 stitches, and now we're going to skip 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and single double in the next. Just make sure you're pulling that together nice and tight. Skip the next, single, double, and we're just going to work this around. Now I do want to mention for the mittens that we are doing a single, double, single in the last stitch, just so we increase the mitten section. But for the fingerless glove, we're not going to do that. We're just ending with the single crochet as normal with our pattern, because I don't want as much looseness around this section of the glove. So we'll chain 1 and turn. So that is round 1, and we're going to work a total of 5 rounds. So we're just now working in our pattern. Single, double, skip a stitch. Okay, so I finished 4 rounds, and I do want to end on the right side. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th round, I'm just going to work around in single crochet. So 19 stitches. And this will finish off the edge nicely. Now I'm going to give it a try on at this point. So I like that it is coming sort of out almost to my knuckles, I guess. But really, if you wanted to go a bit longer, you could. You can try it on and decide. And this cuff can get folded down if you want. And we're also going to do some rounds on the thumb. You don't have to, but it is pretty loose here. So we're going to crochet around the thumb and do a couple rounds as well. So I haven't joined this yet. What I'm going to do is fasten off, and I am going to use a seamless join just because I prefer the look rather than slip stitching. So we can skip that first stitch, go under both loops of the next stitch, and then come back and go through the back loop only. I'm going to start pushing my needle down through as well for weaving. Okay, so it just makes a little faux stitch, and that just blends in nicely. And we can just weave this tail. Just make sure you don't pull and distort that stitch at the top. Then what we can do for the thumb, I'm just going to continue with this color. And we have 7 stitches around. You can count them here, but we're going to go into the corner. put a slip knot on my hook. I'm going to single double, going to skip that stitch, single, double, skip the next stitch, single, double. So there's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then I am also going to go into this corner. You can go into here or into sort of the side. Just don't want it to cause too much gapping. So single crochet only, so we now have 9 stitches. So we had 7 spaces, but we're actually going around. And we can use this tail at the end. I'm just going to push it inside to sew up the little gap that will be right here at the join. Okay, it's not overly big, but there is a little gap right there. So we'll chain 1 and turn, single double in the first stitch, skip the next stitch, single, double. Okay, we're just working around as normal, and we'll do one more round so that we end on the right side. So ending with a single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. And I'm going to finish off this round just working single crochets around, just like we did up here. And so we'll have 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so you're going to do your other glove just the same. The only difference was where we had that thumb opening. Now I slip stitch, but I'm actually going to do a seamless join here as well. So we'll just fasten this off. And we'll just go over to the double crochet and then back through the back loop, making a nice seamless join. And I'll just weave this tail. Okay, so that's how it's looking on my hand. And I'm going to flip it inside out and we can deal with these tails. So I crocheted over this tail the one way. So we'll go back in the opposite direction. And then we're going to just sew this little hole, which isn't too bad, but there's a little gapping over here. So I'm just going to use the tail to sew in any gapping I see. And then you can just do a little bit more weaving and trim that tail. So we're going to finish this off by adding a little personalized tag, and these long skinny ones just kind of go nicely between the ribbing. And then I'm also going to finish making my other glove. So the kit has different sizes and our little pieces for hammering. So you just want to hammer these together once you have them attached. Okay, so it looks like this, and I'm going to go ahead and make my other glove. Okay, so I finished my second glove. So there is the finished look. They're nice and cozy and warm. They've really come down nice on the fingers. And I also included the PDF download for the tags. So we have our Made with Love to From tags, as well as our handmade crochet tags. You can put on here the fiber content, your care instructions, size, price if applicable, and it's just nice if you're gifting these or selling at markets to have these tags. So we'll cut one out here and I'll show you how to attach. So this is just a little bonus that I have included with your PDF pattern. And you just want to cut not directly on the line, just around it. And you can use your hole punch. And then twine. And you can always attach them together if you're giving as a gift or selling, so that the sets don't come apart. Just thread this with your needle. And we do have matching hat pattern and ear warmer pattern. So these make an excellent set. And if you purchase the ebook, you're going to get all of the patterns, or you can purchase them individually and receive all of your little handmade gift tags. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tap the bell to stay updated on all my new videos and tutorials. Make sure to check the description box below the video for the links to the yarn and the pattern. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.